start off firstly just talking about our stance a little bit. So we want our feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. So you want to make sure that your tailbone, your sacrum is kind of loose. So you can kind of wag your tail a little bit just to find it, see where it is. And so a couple things. The first one is everything that we want to do is we want to do it comfortably. So we never want to be pushing against anything. So if you have any sort of injuries or like any restrictions, if we fight them, they're actually going to contract more. So what we want to do is we want to kind of find the inner boundary of it and maybe gently push against, but mostly we want to stay inside that boundary and kind of use our breath and relaxation to unwind tension. So it's kind of a different relationship with the body. Secondly is like we're kind of here to play. So I invite everyone to kind of be a little bit audacious, and we're gonna kind of like play like kelp and stuff. So it's an opportunity to just let go. So no one's actually judging us. No one's really watching us here. It's a safe place, and just feel free to kind of explore the body. So a lot of this is done with a collaboration with sensation. So all of our practices, they meet in sensation. So yes, there's chi and there's a lot of other things that we can do here, but the core of any of our practice is feeling. And feeling is very healing. So I invite you to feel. So you can pick different parts of your body. So even as I'm talking right now, you have your knees bent, you have your tailbone kind of loose. Kind of notice where you're at right now. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, where's your stress level at? Did you have a tough day? How are you feeling at this very moment? Is there like knots in your stomach, or are you pretty relaxed? Are you calm? You always kind of want to notice these things and then feel into them. I believe that's it. Okay. Okay, so feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. And we're kind of just going to reach through our fingers a little bit. Now let's lean forward so we can find our toes. And then lean backwards so we can find our heels. Lean left so we can find the left side of our foot. Yeah, it's the opposite. Lean right so you can find the right. And then kind of find like a nice middle place. And as we practice, this little middle place starts to become a lot more comfortable. So eventually, after years and years of practice, you have a nice little comfortable place that you can land into. So we'll start with our salutation, which is our entry into practice. So we're going to inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So I'm kind of going 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out is what I'm aiming for. Inhale all the way out. Or exhale, sorry. Anybody catch that? So we're going to inhale. Feel what's coming up from the earth. Hands flip over. Feel what's coming down from the sky. Hands come together. Exhale. Front of your forehead. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure your belly is nice and loose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. Inhale to your heart. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Gonna find your center. Find your center of gravity. Feel gravity on your body. And then have your spine kind of tall and hanging. Shoulders slightly back. Chin tucked a little bit. And then kind of like we're just hanging like a puppet. Let's take a few breaths here. So we're going to inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So we're going to inhale and bring our hands out. We're going to exhale, bring our hands together. I have my left in front and then my right. It doesn't matter which way you go, just make sure that whichever way your fingers are pointing in the bottom, that's the way your hands are going. So we're going to do some circles and some breaths. So we're going to inhale. Exhale. Try and use your whole body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last breath. Exhale. Hands a little bit slower and lower. So kind of hands are resting below your belly and your thumbs are across to your belly button, and just feel the warmth from your hands in your belly. Inhale. And exhale. So right hand, then your left, thumbs cross. And then we're going to go the other way. It's 3 breaths. You want to focus on the sensation of your hands kind of rubbing your belly. And if you feel like you need warming, focus on the sensation of warming. If you already feel like you're pretty wound up, maybe an intention of dissipating. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath, inhale. Big belly. And exhale. Hands get a little bit slower and lower. Feel the warmth from your hands and your belly. Deep breath. So we're going to rub up our belly and down the sides. Just kind of stay connected to that warm feeling. Make sure your belly's nice and loose, beer belly. Nobody's looking. I know it's not attractive in our modern world, but it's actually really good for you. So bottom of our ribs. And then we're going to flip our hands over, find our kidneys, and we're going to rub some circles while we bounce into our heels. And then we're going to just rub our sacrum a little bit, and then again bouncing into our heels. Hands flip over. So we bring our hands around. We're going to kind of feel into the space between our hands. So we're going to imagine that there's like a chi ball, so kind of like a ball of energy. And so we're kind of going to expand and settle, and we're going to use our breath as well. So I want you to imagine this circle And like as we kind of like pull it open, I want you to imagine it expanding in every direction. So we're going to inhale, hands spread open, exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So kind of just listen in with your hands. And if you're feeling sensations, your mind is probably going to be like, I got it, which is the moment when you don't get it anymore. So just notice that part of the mind and just listen. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Last breath. So now we're going to point our hands at our belly. And our arms are kind of going to be like a metaphor for our belly. So we're going to take 3 big, deep belly breaths. 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out. So we're going to inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You can close your eyes too. It's usually an invitation to feel more. Inhale, hands come out. Exhale. Feeling into your chest area. So 3 breaths here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Exhale. So let's bring our hands to our chest a little bit. And just feel the warmth from your hands in your chest. Kind of like it's filling your body up. So imagine this is like a cavity and you're just kind of filling it up with like something warm and nourishing. Inhale. And exhale. A little scan of our head area. 3 breaths. Kind of find like the gravitational center of your head. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath. Exhale. Hands come down. Inhale, reaching up into the Milky Way. Feeling whatever that might feel like, and then bathing the body with that feeling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Do some weaving. So your nose, your belly button, and your hands will move together. And you want your knees to move in the direction of your skis. So imagine you're on skis. So if you look at my knees for a second, they're kind of moving forwards and backwards, right? So we have a habit of doing this with our knees. It takes a while to kind of, this is why knees to skis is important, because you want to kind of feel like your legs are on a track. This becomes pretty important when it gets to martial arts. It's a way to generate power. So thumbs go in the direction that we're moving. Listening, smelling, reaching. So kind of go a little bit more. Gently stretching either side. Breathing deep and slow. So let's do some figure eights. So our figure eights are going to kind of turn into eventually a cauldron. So imagine you're holding like one of those old ancient earthen cauldrons. Now we're going to bring in the intention. So feel your cauldron, feel the liquid, feel the water sloshing around. Kind of try and spin it. You don't want too much sloshing. And we're going to bring the intention in of whatever's in this cauldron is some sort of medicine. And as we're moving it around, we're kind of activating it. Let's go the other way. Okay, so now we're going to do some vertical circles. And as it comes up, we're going to just ask for a blessing from the sky. And as it comes down, a blessing from the land. Follow your hands with your nose or eyes or face. And feel this medicine getting charged up. Let's go the other way. Let's build some momentum. Breathing deep and slow. So we're going to do one more. And we're going to kind of stay connected to whatever sensation we're feeling between our hands. And we're just going to bring it through our body. Just kind of sit back and use your weight as a counterbalance. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Okay, now we're going to go the other way. So bring your hands out, kind of sit back in your chair, and we're just going to pour this cauldron of medicine all over. And just receive. Inhale. Exhale. Face, chest, belly. Last one. So remember your hands to the side. Just take a few belly breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. You guessed it. It's turned into an elephant. So imagine you have big floppy ears and a big trunk. And this is really where you want to get into the knees going in the direction of your skis. So if you notice my belly button, it's going left and right. And the only way it's doing that is because one of my knees is moving forward, the other one's kind of moving backwards. Like it's on a track, which is called a hip track. And then you want to kind of, as much as we're moving with our center, you want to find this stretch here at the back of your neck. So you're kind of pulling your big floppy ear along because it's big and floppy, it kind of has momentum, and you need to kind of, So we're going to bring our right ear to the front, and we're going to pick up our left foot and stomp. Okay, we're going to bring our left ear to the front, and we're going to stomp. And try not to go like this. Try and keep your pelvis level. So this ear comes up, coming down. And so what we're going to do is, as we stomp, we're kind of just going to pretend we're sending some sort of healing intention into the ground, as an elephant. So you can stomp as hard as you want. You can really, or you can be a nice gentle elephant. What we're doing here is we're really activating some cross-linking connections in the body, which, as modern humans, a lot of these have kind of been turned off. And so reawakening kind of these connections here is pretty important when it comes to a lot of our practice. Okay, so coming back. Taking deep breaths. So we're kind of going to use the elephant in another way to kind of like let go of a few things. So we're going to imagine that there's kind of something in front of us, and we're going to grab it, and we're going to lift up, and we're going to kind of throw it away. So we're kind of going to... Now you can do this pretty in like a... fashion. If you're feeling particularly wound up, you can kind of really kind of make that happen. Or you can be kind of more graceful. Okay. Slowly coming back. One more big breath. Bringing our right ear to the front. We're going to bend our knees and dip it in the water. Kind of reaching through the fingers a little bit. Play in the water and kind of listen and hear the water splashing. And we're going to pick it up. We're going to give it a shake. Another one. We're going to open with our whole body and dry it on the sun. The front, back, front, back. And we'll bring our hands up, our ears, and we're just going to flick any dust off in the wind behind us. Back to our elephant. right ear to the front, dipping it in the water. Pulling it out, imagine it's dripping, give it a shake, another one. Reaching to the sun, front, back, front, back, and then flicking any dust off. Behind you. So if that's not already enough, we're going to do this one, we're going to add the breath. So we're going to inhale, bend your knees and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to inhale and exhale. And back to our elephant. Left ear to the sorry. Let's keep going. Forgot the breath. So we're going to inhale. Exhale. Letting everything go. Inhale. Inhale. All right. So, still got time. We're going to grab our cauldron again. We're going to do some circles. 2. And we're going to kind of come around. And as we move to the side, our foot's going to move at the same time. So we're going to be like this. Then we're going to kind of come onto our front foot and then step back, and kind of like we're breaking handcuffs, we're going to just come down like this. And then we're going to bring our hands up to our sides and then do that bathing thing. Slowly going to reach down our front foot. Make sure you keep your balance between your feet. And we're just going to hang here. You might want to lean back slightly because you don't want to lean forward. You don't want to go like this. Don't do this. You want to do this. And then just relax your arms and your head and your neck. Take a few breaths here. So we're going to slowly come up one vertebrae at a time. We're going to find our cauldron again. So it's always good to have this little cauldron of water as a counterweight, and you kind of want to use the rest of your body to balance this imagined weight. And it's really interesting, actually, having some imagined weight. It really kind of gives you a sensation of like it's actually there. So we're going to take some circles back into the middle, small ones. The third one, we're going to move our foot with it. 3 circles here, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to move our foot with our imagined weight. We're going to come up onto the front foot, lift up, and then kind of like we're breaking handcuffs, and then reaching around. to the sky, and then bathing the body, face, neck, collarbones, all the way down your leg, and then just hanging. Make sure you keep your heart kind of in the center of your feet. And then relax your neck, relax your arms, your shoulders, and hang. A few breaths here. Coming up slowly. Try and feel one vertebrae at a time. And then grabbing our mythical jug of water. A few turns. On the third one, kind of move your feet with it. It's coming up and down. Up, down. Last one. So we're going to put our hands on our knees. And we're kind of just going to open up our lower back. Kind of wiggle your tailbone a little bit. All of your weight should be on your arms and your upper body, so you can get your lower back to really open. Let's take a nice deep belly breath. Exhale. Hands coming up again. Shrug your shoulders a little bit, and then all the way down. We're just going to hang. And just move side to side slightly, keeping your heart between your feet, relaxing your neck. Slowly coming up, one vertebrae at a time. And down. All right, let's take a few breaths. So we're going to do some expanding, and then we're going to do some settling. So we're going to do 3 for the body, 3 for the breath, and then 3 for some kelp. And then we're going to do 3 settling. Okay, so feet shoulder width, knees slightly bent. Keep your spine nice and loose. So first 3, we're going to focus on the physical body. So grab your beach ball. Kind of sit back in your chair as you come up. Expand. Hands flip over. Inhale. Still focusing on the body. The meat suit, as they say. One more. So the next 3, we're going to really focus on the breath. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to do 3 for kelp. Now there's no wrong way to do this. So we're still going to do the expanding, but we're just going to imagine that we're a kelp in the ocean, and The beautiful thing about kelp in the ocean is you don't even really need to do anything. You just allow the waves to move you. Coming back with our hands to our sides. So like we're still kind of doing the expanding, but we're just doing it kind of like as Bruce Lee says, be water. So we want to kind of just be water. Let's do that one more time. You want to still breathe deep and slow. Hands coming back down to our sides. And then finding our stillness. Once more. Doesn't even really have to be big waves. It can be kind of like you're in a lake and there's just a mini current. So now we're going to do the same thing but opposite. So we're going to do 3 settling for the body. We're going to do 3 settling with the breath. And then we're going to do 3 settling with flow. So first one's on the body, so tune into your physical body. Remember your elbows up, and then our wrists. Our hands flip over. Feel what's coming down from the sky. Coming up and reaching around the moon. So imagine you can put your hands at the top of the moon, and then we're going to relax our ankles, relax our knees, make sure our hips are nice and loose, our spine's tall and hanging, and then we're going to slide our shoulder blades down. Once more. Reaching through your fingers, grabbing the moon, relaxing the ankles, the knees, the hips, spine's nice and loose, and then sliding your shoulder blades down your back as your hands come down. Once more for the body. Relaxing and settling, finding your balance, your stillness. Okay, 3 for the breath. This one's gonna go a little bit faster. So inhale. Pause your breath at the top as you relax your ankles, your knees, your hips, spine's loose, and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. All right, now 3 kelps to settle and finish our class. So pick what kind of ocean you're in. Big waves, small waves, very mini current, huge tidal waves. Coming back to our center. Let's do one more. Still breathing deep and slow. There's no wrong way to do this. Last one. We have a tendency to fall in love with kelp as Qigong practitioners. Just gonna check the time here. Okay, so we're gonna close our class. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bring our feet together. This is kind of like the end. Ta-da! So I always like to end with gratitude. Just honoring all the teachers. And then we have our little blessing from our class, our little energy cultivation. So if we feel that we need healing somewhere, be intuitive, you can kind of use it to heal. Let's say your heart needs healing or something, or we can choose to just give it away.